Okay, is this thing on? Is this working? Oh, I'm Brian, your Chords and Notes Nation. Welcome back to another music reaction. It's not going to be a true reaction in the sense of a first-time listen because, as most of you already know, I am a huge Rush fan. I always have been. 1988 would have been about the year that I first heard them, and actually the first song that I heard was Working Man. And I was a 16-year-old, brash, young, independent boy walking home, listening to them on my Sony Walkman. And I think it was the next day I went out and I bought the first album of theirs that I ever bought was Caress of Steel, but it was on a cassette tape. This is going to be Far Cry from their 2007 release, Snakes and Arrows, and it will be the first track off of the album CD. And I'm looking forward to listening to this one again. It's been a little while since I've heard it. And Sandra Simpson, thank you for bringing me back into the world of music and saying, hey, we want to hear more of what you have to say. So here we go. You're going to be watching me listen to music, and then I'm going to give you raw, honest, and unedited response to what I hear. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to cover? Yes. Okay. I am an incredibly busy person when it comes to my real job out there in the real world, but I love doing this for you guys, and I know recently it's been very few and far between. There will be information below the video, not below the camera, in the description box. If you guys, I will respond more rapidly if you're willing to make donations to the channel, and there are multiple ways of doing this. I will put that information down below. It's just my time is, not enough, right? Anyways, let's get on with it because it's been a while. Far Cry from Snakes and Arrows. Let's get this thing rolling. for me. I can get back home, I can get back home. I'll be like the next thing's rolling over me. I can get back home, I can get back home. There's that chord again, the Alex Lifeson chord, F sharp major, I believe it is. It's that one that, from Hemispheres, I believe he says he owns that chord. Good for him. Everybody should own a chord. I own chords and notes. Oh. Anyways, wow, just fantastic. Always is, always has been. They've always been the standard bearer for good music. Listen, you know, there's a simple way of looking at this, and really, as I'm writing some notes here during my listening, it just came to me to be summarized that the world isn't what we thought it would be, that it's changing fast. And there's different levels that you can take this at. You can take this at the personal level. You can take this at the social level. Okay, you can take it at even the macro level. Like the world itself, the earth is changing. Although I don't think it's changing quite as much as people think. But it is changing in certain respects. Anyways, where do I want to start? Neil's lyrics always are inspirational. I think they are thought-provoking. I don't always agree with everything, and there wasn't really much of anything that I disagreed with in this set of lyrics, but it has to be said that, you know, I'm not some disciple, although I think in my youth I was. Musically, though, so let's think about this theme about things are changing, and it's a far cry from what we thought we'd inherit. It's a far cry from the way we thought things would be, and certainly that's true, especially today. Okay, I mean today there's no two ways about it. We have a greater battle that is being fought on many different levels in this world, and many people are seeing it from different precipices, okay? And it really is freedom versus tyranny. And the world moving forwards for further generations, future generations, is going to be defined by the days that we are living in now. That I am absolutely convinced of. And I think on one hand we have to examine where we are and where we want to be through the lens of freedom, of personal, individual liberty, standing up for one another and creating the best environment for everybody, or believing a narrative that is slowly trying to get us to willingly relinquish our freedoms based on manipulated data, false facts, so on and so forth. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. You can on your own. I'm just saying that this song, in perspective with what's going on in the world today, has a new resonance for me when I listen to these lyrics. And that's what makes Neil's writing so timeless, is he can approach it from the 40,000 foot view and summarize it in a way that is accessible to everyone. And this is why it's been said that when you go into a Rush song, you can have, let's say, 17 different people that come out with 17 different interpretations. Okay? Or you can go back to it many times over the course of your life and get something different out of it each time. And that's why I think he is, God rest his soul. Still can't believe he's gone. It's been so long, but anyways, I think that's why he's always been one of the best writers, because he's been able to put that type of quality work out there, not just the drumming. As for musically, is from the heavy syncopated opening to just, Alex does a really good job of creating this controlled chaos within the song. I guess I'll call it the lick that he's doing in the verses. I at one point in time was learning to play this song on guitar, so I know what he was doing. And it's kind of from a fresh, strange perspective, which very much is reflective of the song. And then, of course, this chaotic solo that's built mainly on reverb and feedback, And I guess that's kind of the artistic part of it, feedback, When you think about the concept of feedback and how does that fit with this idea of Far Cry, of things not, what kind of feedback are we getting from the world around us about where things are, It's just really, these guys are so complex, yet I don't want to say simple, because I think that word just brings up the wrong connotation. They're very complex, but they do it in such a way that's creatively accessible to everyone. They all do. Well, this has just been a really good trip listening to this song. I'm going to remind you guys, Joshua 1:9. It's something to read. It's something to get in your heart. It's something to believe. This world is a far cry from where it should be, and it's a far cry from where it was. Again, this is a pivotal moment in our history, and I honestly believe, I'm going to say it one more time, we're standing at the precipice of freedom or tyranny, and we have a responsibility to ourselves and to our posterity to decide collectively which way this world goes. And maybe in future generations they'll be saying it's a far cry from what we thought it would be, but hopefully in a good way. So check out the information that I will be putting in the description box below this video. I appreciate any sort of monetary donations you send my way. Certainly will get my attention, and I will certainly respond to your requests, especially if you email me and let me know, hey, I want to listen to this song, and I'm gonna throw you a couple of bucks or some change for some coffee and some time. God bless you guys. We'll talk to you later.